Frankfort. I'm very excited about tonight's lineup. I'm kind of on my tippy toes right now. Let me take this. There, that's better. I'm a little height challenged, so that's a lot better. I am Susie Hossley. I'm the Executive Director for Downtown Frankfort. For those that don't know Downtown Frankfort, we are a nonprofit dedicated to the vitality of our downtown, and we put on lots of engaging community events like the concert series that we have here tonight. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, West Banco, our encore sponsors, Frankfort Regional Medical Center and Gary Yeomans Ford, our Kid Zone partner, the Kentucky History Center, and of course the City of Frankfort for their partnership and support. Thank you. It truly takes a village to put these events on. Sorry, I've got my page in front of me and the fan's going. Okay, so Downtown Frankfort, we have a tent set up on Broadway Street. I'm going to do a shameless plug. We have Downtown Frankfort merch, t-shirts, and tote bags, and a split the pot raffle. We will announce the winner of the raffle at the last concert, which will be August the 29th. So we're trying to build up that pot. So come and get you a split the pot raffle, a chance to win some cash. So next, want to introduce Ellie Wagner Haskins with the Capital City Museum. So we are celebrating Frankfort culture and Frankfort history, and the museum, we like to celebrate not just the history, the quirkiness, the pop culture of our community. And currently the museum has a Miss Elizabeth exhibit. So for those of you that know anything about wrestling, Miss Elizabeth was an icon in the 80s and 90s in the wrestling community. They're also selling some really cool merch down at their table. But Ellie is going to do some trivia questions about Miss Elizabeth. So for those of you out there that might know your wrestling trivia, she's going to ask a couple questions. Whoever gets to the Downtown Frankfort Inc. tent first will win a prize. So I'll hand this over so you can ask those questions.
Hello, everybody. As Susie said, my name is Dr. Ellie Haskin Wagner, and I am the director at the Capital City Museum. If you've not been by, we are right down the road across from our friends at the Kentucky Historical Society, and we are open every day but Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you follow us on Facebook at Capital City Museum, you'll see that we have a lot of after-hours events. So if you can't make those hours, please come down during one of our super fun evening events as well. And as Susie said, right now we are thinking all things Miss Elizabeth. So we are in the first year of our 2-year exhibit on her, and she was very famously married to Randy Macho Man Savage. And we have amazing merch, and the winner of these trivia questions is actually going to get some of our favorites that were designed by local artist and talented illustrator Trent Nickens. So without further ado, we're going to do 2 rounds of trivia today. The first round is about to start, and the second round will be at intermission. And because I am a nice person, we are going to start off nice and easy. So if you paid attention to wrestling at all in the 80s and 90s, these questions should be semi-familiar to you. And I want to encourage you to head to the DFI booth as fast as possible to claim your merch. I've got 2 folks there who have the answers, so if your answer's wrong, we will know. Okay, I'm going to read each question twice. Question 1. Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage joined forces with which other famous wrestler? Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage joined forces with which other famous wrestler? And if you need a little bit of help, a hint is that this person has recently passed away. So last time, I know I said I'd read it twice, but we're going to do one more. Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage joined forces with which other famous wrestler? If you think you know, head on over to that booth. Okay, Next question, this is question 2. It is the last one for this round, and this one is a little easier and also a little harder. So a little hint, this high school, that is the answer to this next question, is having their 50th anniversary this weekend, and I'm sure some of you are in the crowd right now. Which Frankfort high school did Elizabeth Hewlett, famously known as Miss Elizabeth, graduate from? Which Frankfort High School did Elizabeth Hewlett, famously known as Miss Elizabeth, graduate from? If you think you know the answer to these trivia questions, come on down to the Capital City Museum booth or the DFI booth. We got folks there. But I'm going to turn it back over to Susie, and you will see me at intermission. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Ellie. Hey, I think I might know a couple of those answers, but it doesn't count for me. Also, if you were very brave and decided to dress up in costume tonight, we were encouraging some 80s, 90s era wrestling costumes. Also visit us at the DFI table and enter your name into a drawing. So without further ado, we're going to get into the show. It's an awesome show tonight. I'm so excited. I'm going to hand the mic over to Ryan Newcomb, who's the West Banco City President.
Thanks, everybody, for that warm welcome. I appreciate it. Hey, let's give it up for Susie, right? What about Susie? This is a really tough job. Susie puts her heart into it. She does a great job. We're so thankful we've got her. As she mentioned, my name is Ryan. I'm here to introduce the talent tonight, and Susie does not like it when I go off script, so she sent me an email today, so I'm going to read a little bit from that. We've got an incredible lineup for you. First up is Casey Campbell. This good-looking gentleman over here to my right, your left. He's a Cincinnati-based musician and performer. You might recognize him from his appearances, are you ready for this? In multiple Tyler Childers music videos. How about that? That's pretty cool. Just a second, Casey. Hey, Susie, Tyler Childers wasn't available. No, okay. Casey Campbell, everybody. His talent and energy are sure to set the tone for a great night. I'm just giving you a hard time, Casey. Yeah. So after Casey gets done performing, later this evening, we'll be joined by Willie T. Taylor. Now that's Willie T, not as in Tom, but as in sweet, like sweet tea. That's how the middle name is spelled. All right, he is a father, brother, and son whose songwriting is both simple and deeply moving. He's growing up among rolling hills and horses in a small California town known as the cowboy capital of the world. Willie brings heartfelt stories to life in every song. Now, there's two things in that little paragraph I just read to you probably stood out. I did not know that the cowboy capital of the world was in California. Did anybody else know that? No, I thought it was in Texas. And the other thing is that Willie T is from California. I don't want you to hold that against him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is not from Kentucky, but he's a heck of a talented guy, just like Casey is. So I'm going to stop talking. I can see that you're ready for me to do that. So settle in, enjoy the music, and let's get this concert started. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big, warm round of applause for Casey Campbell.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm sorry I disappointed you by my appearance here tonight. I don't know. I hope your disappointment maybe leads to a better interest on my loan that I'm going to come to you. Thank you guys so much for having me, Frankfort. I sure do appreciate you. My name is Casey Campbell. I'm here to play some songs for you, tell some stories, and then we'll get into the master storyteller himself, Mr. Willie Terwilliger Taylor, here tonight. I'm going to start off with a true story. This song is a tune me and my good buddy from Jacksonville, Alabama, Mr. Stephen Jerome Williams. He and I wrote this song many years ago now about our good buddy, Mr. Joe Clark. The song's called Apartment 3A, and it goes a little something like this. Well, this is the times of calling from Apartment 3A. I got a bag full of goodies and some girls on the way. You got one shot at living, so best to do it today. This is good times of calling from Apartment 3A. Well, I've drunk enough whiskey, could drown a better handsome man. Virginia, Virginia, you're gonna be the death of me. You're a siren in crimson, you got me lost like a ship on the sea. We lie when we're lying, dreaming our love could be. Virginia, Virginia, you're gonna be the death of me. Well, this is good times of calling from apartment 3A. I got a bag full of goodies and some girls on the way. You got the one shot at living, so go and do it today. This is good times of calling from apartment 3A. I just recently moved to a new apartment for myself. And I didn't get apartment 3A because there ain't no 3A, but I did get apartment number 3, and that's close enough. Well, my family loves me, and I know that it's true because I've done everything they tell you never to do. Still, they smile like they're winning whenever I'm a passing through. Yes, my family loves me, and I know that it's true, all the way from Harpersville, Alabama. Virginia, Virginia, where can you be found? There's a note on the table, but you're nowhere around. It's the sound of your memory that keeps bringing you down. Virginia, Virginia, where can you be found? Well, this is good times of calling from apartment 3A. I got a bag full of goodies and some girls on the way. Pretty ones, lots of things ending, so go and do it today. This is good times of calling from apartment 3A. Thank you so much. That song is, I call them all true stories. If you've ever seen me play in any fashion, I play with a band, by the way, four-piece band. I'm usually the drummer in that outfit. We're called Buffalo Wobbs and the Price Hill Hustle. We're out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Paid for that. I paid for that right there. But I call them all true stories because they are true stories. All you got to do is talk to the right person, you know? But that one's an honest to goodness true story. Our good buddy from college back in Alabama, Mr. Joe Carter. I called him Clark earlier. That's another Joe. Joe Carter called us up one day and left a message. And he's from Coleman, Alabama. I don't know if y'all ever spent any time down there, but Coleman is out there, you know. And he has that thick drawl, and he left a message and was like, "Hey man, I think I'm gonna throw me a party tonight. Like, I got a bunch of beers coming over, and I called up some girls, and, you know, I got some goodies gonna show up and all that stuff, so I think you need to come on by." And then before he finished his message, he said, "Well, this is good times a calling from apartment 3A. Click. Old Steven and I said, we gotta make that into a song. You can't let that go, you know. This is a tune I wrote for the Hustle. It's called Oh Ramona. Goes like this. Well, my baby left town about a week ago. She took all my bacon and she took all my soul. Took all my dishes and she took all my pans. I gotta get my cooking from my own two hands. I said, oh Ramona, oh baby, won't you come back home? I said, I miss your sweet cooking and I'm tired of eating alone. I said, oh Ramona, oh darling, don't don't you do me so blue. I said I miss your sweet cooking. Ain't nobody half as good as you, darling. Yes. Yeah, I love your bread and I love your beans, and yours the sweetest honey that I ever did see. And I love your ham and your biscuits too. I tried to eat another, but another won't do. I said, oh, Ramona, oh, baby, won't you come back home? I said, I miss your sweet cooking, and I'm tired of eating alone. I said, oh, Ramona, oh, darling, don't you do me so blue. I said, I miss your sweet cooking. Ain't nobody half as good as you. Shook, la, da, da, ra, da, 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 ra, da, 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 yes, sir. Well, darling, come home for your night is through, and I swear I do my cooking with nobody but you. Been around town and ain't got no soul. You're the only one that makes my jelly roll. I said, oh, Ramona, oh, baby, won't you come back home? I said, I miss your sweet cooking, and I'm tired of eating alone. I said, oh, Ramona, oh, darling, don't you do me so blue. I said, I miss your sweet cooking. There ain't nobody half as good as you. La da da, ha da da da, ha da da ra da 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 da, la da da, ha da da da, da 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 ra da da. Oh, Ramona, oh, comma, Ramona, exclamation point. Punctuation is key, my friends. I hope they still teach that in grade school. This is my first time ever playing music in Frankfort, Kentucky. As much as I've been milling around these parts, I've never actually played a show in Frankfort properly. And I appreciate y'all having me. Thanks to Susie for reaching out. And thanks to Willie for having me on board. And I do have music. Some of these songs that you hear tonight, you can stream wherever you may find your music. But I do not have any merchandise. For multiple reasons. One of which is I just don't do this enough as a solo artist right now. But I should. But somebody does have merch, and that's Willie T. You can come down here. The lovely Raymond Vietti is serving up some merch. Grab yourself a vinyl or some handmade wares from Willie. He'd be happy to tell you a good story while you're at it as well. Merch is what fuels this machine, ladies and gentlemen. You got to put the money back in the gas tank and get down the road. So we'd love your support. This is a song that I co-wrote. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever been a part of. I love singing this song. It's a sweet little ditty called Colorado Cloud, and I hope you like it. It goes like this. Sometimes I walk to the mail 3 times a day, waiting on a letter from you. What can I do or say? Sometimes I answer the phone, strange numbers call, with my fingers crossed, hoping to hear your voice say, hey. I've been walking upstairs, but it's bringing me down. And the higher I get, the bottom can't be found. The Colorado cloud carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down, and I fell too. Sometimes I hear your voice that's singing in my head. It's a little off key, that don't matter to me. Sometimes I see your face, it's on a crowded street, and my heart skips a day, my knees go weak. I've been walking upstairs, but it's bringing me down, and the higher I get, the bottom can't be found. A Colorado cloud carried me back to you, and the rain fell down, and I fell too. Colorado cloud carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down, and I fell too. Colorado cloud, thank you so much. Well, as has been mentioned, I've been sort of a recurring character in in most of the videos for Tyler Childers from 2019 until this past summer. It's been fun. I'm convinced he asked me to do it. I've known him for a long time through music. I'm convinced he asked me to do it because he knows I like to fool and not feel too bad about it in the morning. And it's worked out pretty cool, you know. I still drive a 20-year-old Saturn, but hey, man, it's not about being famous. It's about, you know, doing cool stuff with your friends. I will say that this last time he asked me to cut my hair, and I mean, I've turned down, you know, exes who have asked me to cut my hair. So it's a pretty big deal when I say yes to that. But it was the best Mother's Day present that my mom has had in a long time when she saw me with fresh hair back in May. And she didn't know the reason why. I just told her I did it for her, and then she found out later that it was because I was on, you know, video with short hair. But it worked out either way. All that being said, I'm going to play a 100-year-old song by a guy named Irving Berlin. I'm going to do a little bit of everything here for you tonight. This is one of my favorite songs ever. I love sad music. I love music that makes you cry a little bit. That's why I love Willie T, because he makes you so happy and then shed a few tears in between those laughs. And I love that stuff. This song's called What'll I Do? What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do? What'll I do when I am wondering who is kissing you? What'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles Thank you so much. Oh, I love them old songs, ladies and gentlemen. I love them. I'm going to do another song from some other folks here. This song goes way on back. This is a sort of an epitome of American folk music. Woody Guthrie has done this song, and Hootie Ledbetter, also known as Leadbelly, did this song. This is one of the tunes that Leadbelly purports to have written, although history has proven he more kind of discovered it, you know, probably in prison at some point. He went to prison a couple times for stabbing people, multiple times actually. And that's where he found, you know, the Midnight Special and this tune right here. But I do a version from a woman named Barbara Dane. She just recently passed away, I believe, maybe this time last year, give or take. It's been within a year of time. She was very big in the civil rights movement. Was at the March on Washington and sang there. Did a lot of civil justice songs. Did a lot of American folk songs and wrote her own. And she does a phenomenal version of this tune. And that's kind of where I took my inspiration from when I got to doing this song. The song's called 900 Miles, and it goes like this right here. Thank you so much. This song's about traveling too. The song's called Where I Want to Live. could live on a boat at sea. But no matter where I live, I want you 10,000 miles from me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If I should ever find my way to the middle of a foreign land, I could rest below the desert long before I'd ever ask for your hand. Honey, I'm gonna make my bed on the dirty floor of a cantina, catching sand beneath my toes while drinking half the tequila, baking in the sun till it's 109, or go up through the snow to where the sun never shines. Since the day that you broke my heart, I've been crying, baby, what should I do? So darling, come tomorrow morning, I ain't gonna walk the floor over you. No, ma'am. Come tomorrow morning. This song is talking about nobody in particular, I promise you that. I've had to reassure very few people in my life, but every so often, you know, you gotta let somebody know. I ain't talking about you, but if you think I am, then maybe I am. I don't know, you know. I'm gonna make my bed on the dirty floor of a cantina, catching sand beneath my toes while drinking bathtub tequila, honey, baking in the sun till it's 109, or go up through the snow to where the sun never shines, where you might think that I've died. Since the day that you broke my heart, I've been crying, darling, what should I do? So baby, come tomorrow morning, I ain't gonna walk the floor. Come tomorrow morning, I ain't gonna walk no floor. I said come tomorrow morning, not gonna walk the floor over you. I really mean it this time. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna do better, I promise. Where I want to live. Thank y'all so much. Well, it's a wonderful festival atmosphere you guys put on here for these concert series. What a wonderful, beautiful town this is. I spent some time spending my money in the shops over here and buying local, which is a huge thing, and you guys are listening local, and that's awesome. You're out here supporting these fine acts that are coming through your town, and I can promise you that every single one of them has been very grateful for your attendance. So thank you for doing that. Thank you to the city of Frankfort for doing this down here along this wonderful stretch of old town. Big fan of history, and when you come into a place and it looks like this, I just get this feeling. I'm like, yeah, this is right. This is it. I'm gonna do another tune here I wrote for the Hustle. Once again, that's Price Hill Hustle. You can find our music as well, wherever you get your music. And this is one that's on our last album. I wrote this song very quickly, and was in a very bad place when I wrote it, frankly, but you know, I found my way through it. Sometimes art helps us find our ways through find our way through the darkness, you know. Just one little tune can kind of help you get something out. Maybe you don't know how else to express. You can't sit down and tell somebody these things, but I could sit down and just flow it out onto a piece of paper and put some music behind it, and next thing you know, you got yourself a song. There ain't no love like water when you're dying of thirst. There ain't no love that tugs broke your heart like your first. There ain't no love worth trading for silver and gold. There ain't no love that keeps you turned out in the cold. For a love to burn true, you must answer the call. And if you find yourself guessing that ain't no love at all, it ain't no love at all. There ain't no love that's perfect, no love that's unstained. But there's a love out there waiting for the wind to call your name. There ain't no love worth saving. You can't put it on a shelf. If you cry, curse, and bleed, don't save love, save yourself. Lord, save yourself. For the love to burn true, you must answer the call. And if you find yourself guessing that ain't no love at all, it ain't no love at all. Everything in my memories in a box by the door. When your laughter creeps in, oh, they cry for more. I once thought that love could rescue these final days from my past. But if you ask too much of love, there ain't no chance to last. For a love to burn true, you must answer the call. And if you find yourself guessing that ain't no love at all, I want a love that will scream like a damned waterfall. 'Cause if it's speaking in whispers, that's no love at all. It ain't no love at all. It ain't no love at all. It ain't no love at Thank y'all. That's no love at all. I sure appreciate y'all. Once again, my name is Casey Campbell. If you happen to try to find my music, I will warn you, there's another Casey Campbell, and he is a monster mandolin player from Nashville, Tennessee. So if you pull up music and it's full of ripping mandolin solos, that is not me. I appreciate the effort, though. You can find me under the other Casey Campbell. But I've got a solo album out on all the usual spots, and more music coming with some very good friends of mine. I promise you by hopefully the end of the year, if not before, this time next year. So we'd love to keep your attention, as we all want to do in this business. Well, seeing as how we just passed the anniversary of this song, it's a good time to play it. This song's called August 1st, 2011. The song is another tune that I wrote with my good friend, Mr. Stephen Jerome Williams from Jacksonville, Alabama. We're terrible at naming songs, so August 1st, 2011 it is. At least that's what I call it. I played my song every night for red taillights and transvestites in the subway. Concreted on, leave the track like an old dirt road when I was barefoot walking. Trees of steel don't bend against the wind. Time and again I hear them talking to me. Small towns never stood a chance to cage a man who's dead without his freedom. And I'm a long way from the man you knew before. I'm a long way from my home. Well, it's hard to go to work for just a check when I checked out long ago. And it's time to cut the strings on all them useless things that held you down so long. Or do you waste a day, waste a year, and wake and ask yourself, where did the time go? Dreams like empty cans are scattered all around the high grass of a dirt road. Well, maybe I'm just crazy, or maybe I'm going insane. See, I'm caught between this man I wish to be and the man who wears my name. Oh, maybe I'm gonna pack my bags and travel on down to Mexico. Or maybe I'm gonna head out west and take my chances on an old girl I used to know. Well, maybe I'm gonna stay at home and find some peace inside of me. But all things fade away, and I've learned now, if I've learned anything. I said this world keeps spinning, the world keeps spinning round. You know this world keeps spinning, the world keeps spinning round. With or without us, ladies and gentlemen, that world keeps spinning, the world keeps spinning round. You know this world keeps spinning, the world keeps spinning Don't you know I wanna be there when everybody's gone and tip my hat to the world's last song? Don't you know I wanna be there when everybody's gone and tip my hat? I'm gonna tip my hat to the world's last song. Yeah. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are a very attentive audience for being all spread out here on the lawn. My goodness. You always know when people are paying attention because you see their faces and not the backs of their heads. And I appreciate that very much.
We love you, Casey.
We go, oh, I love you guys. I sure appreciate y'all. I see some familiar faces out there too, and that's awful rad. Y'all coming out here to see me solo. If you've not, how many of y'all have never seen Willie T? Are y'all all brand new, familiar? Yes? No? Yeah? A bunch of new faces here for Willie T. Get your tissues ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because that man's gonna take you on a journey, all right? You're gonna cry from laughing, and then you're gonna cry from crying. And it's gonna be beautiful. And by the time the sun goes down here today, we're all gonna be friends, and you're all gonna love Willie T. Taylor's music. So you found yourself in the right spot here today, folks. I got time for a few more tunes here before my part of this show is up and over. Thanks again for having me. I really do appreciate y'all. I think that's it. Don't always get to hang out in a spot when we do this, you know. Sometimes it's in and out, but I got to hang out a little bit here today, walk the streets. I'm gonna do the same here tonight. I ain't got nowhere to be. So we're all just gonna be friends. I may find myself parked out right here with y'all, if that's okay. I may have to borrow a blanket from somebody.
We've got one.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna mix it up here a little bit. I'm gonna do, I played you one of my favorite songs from Mr. Irving Berlin. One of my other favorite songs is a very contrasting tune, but also just as melancholy, and I love it for another reason, because of its simplicity. It's a song written by the late and great Mr. Jim Reeves. It's one of classic country's best songs in my personal opinion. And it only lasts about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so I can sneak it in anytime I want. I'm gonna play it for you right now. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell whoever's with you, he'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? Though love is blind, make up your minds, I've got to know. Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can't say the words I wanna hear while you're with another man. Tell me, do you want me, yes or no? Darling, I will understand. So put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. I mean, if you don't like that song, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I got a little twofer here. One upbeat song. Man who's also responsible for getting us here tonight, his name is Catfish Washboardio. And Catfish wrote a song a long time ago. That's just a great little song. It's called Lincoln. And so I'm going to play it for you here today. I recorded it. You can listen to it on your telephone devices. Well, I died for my Lincoln, and I died for my Lincoln. Hell, I'll drive a Lincoln, Lincoln will carry me home. Sally paddles her canoe up that river every day, and she's got a red dress on, howling out her raging song. But that girl was too swift, and the water sent a chill down to her bones. Well, I'll fight for my Lincoln, and I'll die for my Lincoln, and I'll drive a Lincoln, Lincoln will carry me home. Paris is too private town, so I'll pull the dark shades down. Lord, it makes me think of her standing round them chorus girls. They strike up a lover's tune, leaving me to sit alone and hang my head. I'll fight for my Lincoln, and I'll die for my Lincoln, and I'll drive a Lincoln, Lincoln will carry me home. All right. President Abraham Lincoln was around in the time of cars, he totally would have driven a Lincoln just for the comedic value. I like that. Starry nights are filled with fright, stubborn left, religious right, cooking up a great debate, but we all end up in our graves, standing up and down below, with no eyes left in my skull to see you through. This will be my last tune here with you tonight. I met a girl that I swore I had loved once before. Time wore that memory away. We exchanged glances and we shared a few dances. We smoked cigarettes under my coat while it rained, and laughter became the topic of all conversation. She had a way of turning water to wine. Shadows were lifted and the flood of water shifted. Oh, she cast out a line that I missed every time. Well, she told me her name was Carolina, and her lips spoke a love so divine. With every chance taken, oh, there'd be no mistaking. We needed for nothing but just a little more time. Carolina, sweet Carolina. I know it sounds silly to say, but I lose myself thinking and find myself drinking from the bottom of this well that I've thrown myself down. Carolina, please don't go, for the moon has blood in its eyes, and the light shining down cuts through the clouds that burn into my bones. Your memory lies there no longer. Can I hold it? Tells a man hard at the seams. Said once I was found, lost I am now to the Carolina of my dreams. Carolina, please don't go, for the moon has blood in its eyes, and the light shining down cuts through the clouds that burn into my bones. Your memory lies there no longer. Can I hold Coming up next.